Welcome to another episode of Follow the Brand. I am your host, Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM, a 5-star personal branding and business development company. I want to take you on a journey that takes another deep dive into the world of personal branding and business development using compelling personal stories, business conversations, and tips to improve your personal brand. By listening to the Follow the Brand podcast series, you will be able to differentiate yourself from the competition and allow you to build trust with prospective clients and employers. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Make it one that will set you apart, build trust, and reflect who you are. Developing your 5-star personal brand is a great way to demonstrate your skills and knowledge. If you have any questions for me or my guests, please email me at grant.mcgaugh, spelled M-C-G-A-U-G-H, at 5-star BDM, B for brand, D for development, M for masters.com. Now let's begin with our next 5-star episode on Follow the Brand. Welcome to a riveting new episode of the Follow Brand Podcast. I am your host, Grant McGaugh, CEO of 5-Star BDM, where we help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. And today we're diving into an extraordinary tale of leadership, community impact, and transformative change. Our esteemed guest, Shenetria Moore, is not just a visionary. She's a catalyst for redefining the narrative of Black professional men through her groundbreaking initiative, Project 12. Project 12 stands tall as a beacon of hope and progress, reshaping the landscape of Black professionalism amid challenging societal narratives. It's more than just a movement. It's a testament to the strength, diversity, and resilience of the community. Shenetria, with her exceptional journey from a United States Army veteran to a successful businesswoman, embodies the spirit of determination and excellence. Her ventures, She Holdings LLC and Shea's Community Initiatives Incorporated, have been instrumental in championing causes close to her heart, such as veteran services and uplifting positive Black male role models through the Project 12 initiative. In this episode, we will delve deeper into the inclusive and meticulous selection process of Project 12. It is a process that transcends professional and background boundaries, spotlighting men who are not only achievers, but also community pillars and role models. We will highlight inspiring stories from among the 180 men honored over the last 10 years, showcasing how their achievements have spurred career advancements and community initiatives. We discuss plans to extend the initiative's reach to cities like Dallas, Tampa, and Orlando, illustrating the project's growing influence and the vital role of community and corporate support in achieving such ambitious goals. As a top 10 personal brand podcast, we're honored to connect with an audience that resonates with the mission of Project 12. The excitement for future events, filled with possibilities and camaraderie, is palatable. These aren't just social gatherings. They are celebrations of achievement and collective dedication to a vision of excellence and unity. So, prepare to be inspired, enlightened, and invigorated as we engage in conversation with Shenetria Moore. Today's episode is more than a dialogue. It's a vibrant celebration of unity, recognition, and the creation of a legacy of Black success through the community and connection. So join us on this impactful journey as we redefine excellence and craft a legacy that will inspire generations to come. So let's welcome Shenetria Moore to the Follow Brand Podcast, where we are building a 5-star brand that you can follow. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Follow Brand Podcast. This is Grant McGaugh, and I am honored today, and I will be honored by Project 12. my people in West Palm Beach, I've been in Miami-Dade for 20, 25 years, but I've gotten so much love from the people in West Palm Beach in the last year. It has been phenomenal. And I want you to know, I'm going to bring somebody to the stage who has been highlighting Black professional men for the last 10 years. First doing it in West Palm Beach, and now doing it, we've been doing it for the last 5 years in Broward and Dade. She has made a great name for herself. I want to introduce yourself. Let us know what's going on up there, Ms. Moore.
Well, Grant, again, thank you for this opportunity. I'm Shenetria Moore. The name of my company is She Holdings, LLC, and my nonprofit is Shay's Community Initiative. And as you mentioned, we have a signature flagship product called Project 12. And Project 12 is an initiative where we highlight Black men of color.
That's what's up. And you say that with such pride and with such conviction. And we talked about this a little bit because we do a photo shoot. We have to do a photo. It's a whole production that goes on behind the scenes. So we're going to give a little bit behind the scenes look about this incredible journey that you're on. This is one of the few years that the Palm Beach people are going to be in the same room with the Broward Dade people. Tell us about this journey about Project 12.
Well, where do I start? Let's start with my why I do it. So I would get very, very, is the word despondent when you're just so disgusted, when something just bothers you at the core. When I would see different things in the media depicting the Black male in a negative light. Now, not those that have done crimes or things that they should be convicted of. But one thing particularly that stood out to me was George Floyd and some other situations that I had seen. And it was really because of the devaluing of a Black man's life. You know, just the fact that someone would think it was okay to kill someone on national TV or ignore the cry out for help, or, you know, it's just that, you know, going into the rooms and shoot. It was just a whole collaboration of things, Grant, that made me have this urgency of I need to put things in the media or forms of advertising highlighting Black men to counteract the negative message depicting to our next generation of men that Black men lives does not matter, and they do matter. They are important. Just imagine you being a young man and you're waking up and you're seeing this on the TV and you're hearing this on the radio. All you keep seeing and hearing is people disvaluing what you look like.
Yes.
And so, listen, it had nothing to do with your financial status. I saw somewhere where Tyler Perry got stopped for no reason. It's because it's like Black man waking up.
Yeah.
And it really bothered me. I have a degree. My background is marketing and advertising. And so actually at the Faith Center in Fort Lauderdale, the minister is Bishop Henry Fernandez. On a Wednesday night, I was going to church. I was actually driving to Fort Lauderdale to go to church every week. And Bishop Fernandez was out of the country, and he had one of his assistant pastors preaching. And in the middle of the Bible study message, it was on a Wednesday. I believe the date was May 17th, Wednesday, 2014. And it was just like a movie screen. You know how they have the credits at the end of the movie where they go across or they go up? Oh, yeah. And I saw, and then there were 12.
Okay.
And God spoke to me and said, I want you to do a calendar highlighting men. I want there to be men from all walks of life, not just entrepreneurs, not just CEOs of corporations. I want you to bring good fathers, good husbands, good teachers, good coaches, athletes, CEOs, entrepreneurs. I want you physicians, attorneys, bring them together. They will formulate relationships that they never otherwise would have formulated because we tend to stay in our own circles. But when you bring a group of men together from different backgrounds and circles. They formulate relationships. New things are bonding. And so that's my why, and that's when it actually was birthed.
Well, and I was a witness to this why, because that's exactly what happened. I had not I knew some people from a distance. Some people I did know personally. I maybe hadn't seen them in a little bit. So when we came up for the photo shoot, it was like a family reunion to a certain degree. Even with people I really didn't know, we all just naturally started talking to one another. Well, what are you doing? What's happening? How can we help each other? All those things naturally started happening. And it was a good feeling, a very, very good feeling. I really, really appreciate being a part of Project 12. There's no doubt about it. I insisted that you come on this show because we got to tell more people about what's happening, especially in our communities and in West Palm Beach. Now, you have a whole selection process. You talked a little bit about that, where, you can be from any walk of life, whatever you are doing, but there's a selection process because we're talking about 12 people in one county and 12 people in actually dual counties in Broward and Dade. How do you go about that selection process?
So I'm glad you brought that up because that's very important. I know the structure behind this has to do with I'm a military veteran. So I have to have some type of structure. I want people to know I'm not pulling out a list and saying, oh, he's going to be in the calendar this year or he this year or that year, whatever. That's not how it works. So we have a nomination process where people from the community, when I first started, I used to have my council nominate because I have to know people that know things about these people that we're highlighting. Okay, so in the earlier days, my council, I have a council of women who would nominate the guys. And then when they would nominate them, we would meet, we would talk about them, we would give that council member an opportunity to vouch, yay or nay for that person. And then everybody would vote on their own. I would tally the votes and whoever had the most votes win. It's been like that. It's an authentic system and I like it and I sleep really good at night because of it. Now we open up a few years back, anybody can nominate. But we still have the council of women, 7 women that vote. Again, we meet like we're on a Zoom. We meet on a Zoom. I read whatever the nomination form states. I read who nominated. Anyone that's on that Zoom, they may have had some relations or dealings with them in the community. They'll be like, I know them. They've been doing this awesome work in the community, such as yourself, Delisa, Yvonne. He's a great guy. He's doing this. I saw you on the panel here in West Palm Beach. So people can vouch. And then again, out of the list, the women would pick their top 12. And again, I tally the votes. It's not Shenetria's favorites. In fact, some people that I have nominated have not gotten in the calendar, because I don't pressure the women one way or another. It's very authentic. And you can take one of those women in the corner when you get to the reception and ask them, and they'll all tell you the same. It's a very authentic process. Again, I think it's I'm comfortable with it. I think it's an old school way, but I think it's the best way. And a lot of guys I get to meet because I have good women around me that are on the council. And that I'm not everywhere. People think I'm everywhere, but I'm not everywhere. I can't know every good person. So that's why I have them on the council to help me with the selection process. So like in Palm Beach, we received 61 nominations, Grant.
Yeah.
We received 61 nomination forms. 41 of those were unique, which means there were about 20 duplicates where somebody nominated the same person.
Got it.
We have 41 unique. And we had to choose 12 out of those 41. So we had maybe like a 2 or 3 hour Zoom call where we had to go through everyone, give everybody their due process. And then, whoever had the most votes at the end, we do the same process in Broward as well. So that's how the selection process goes. And people can be renominated if they got nominated this year, did not make it this year. They can be renominated again for next year and may be selected. And that's happened in previous years as well. I tell people, you will be featured when it's your right time to be featured.
Hey, I love the process. I like it. And I know there's a giant impact in the community behind it because this is now becoming well, it has been annual, but it's like anticipated. People want to know. They want to see how it's a brand new year. Wow, who's going to be in the calendar? What's this going to look like? You've got a great reception that takes place. But let's talk about the impact on the community. Are you making a difference? Have you heard from others over this decade of time? And what has that message been?
Well, first from the guys themselves, many have come up and said, "You make me want to do more." So that right there is, I mean, that's rewarding. And you mentioned it right off the bat, relationships. You know, some of these guys are still having relationships with one another from 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But what I typically do, Grant, is I want to impact the next generation of men with showing them if Grant could do it, you can do it. If he can do it, you want to be an anesthesiologist? Sure, you can be a black anesthesiologist. You want to be a CEO? Sure. So I typically at these events, I have mentoring male groups to attend. I want them to see what excellence looks like. And that's one of the reasons why I work really hard to make sure it is an event and it's a publication that everyone's proud of. They will never, ever, ever get rid of that publication that has Papa on it.
Yes.
Or my dad, you know, or my uncle. It's just like the old Jet magazines, Grant. My auntie was featured in that. They go in the drawer and pull it out at the bottom of the drawer and show that picture. This is me when I was back in my day. And so the guys do that as well. And we want to make sure it's a quality publication, a quality event, and, you know, something meaningful so that they will remember and be proud of it. But I have different groups. At 1 year, I had a group of young black male students that want to be physicians. I have other mentoring groups. I actually have a group of young women that come to these events. You'll see it at the event, that come and assist to show them what it's like to treat our men. You know, we're in a society where, you know, I'm an independent black woman, but I understand the power of having a powerful black man. Yes. And honoring our men. And it's nothing like strengthening our men. We need our men. But we're in a society where society will make you feel like you don't need nothing.
True, true. And we all need each other.
All parts need to work fitly together and together. So we have these mentoring groups come to the event so they can see firsthand. They can experience excellence. They can see, you know, this guy's this and that. And so we give out scholarships.
Yeah.
We do give out scholarships. And so male and female, but I've given out more young men scholarship because this is all about changing the imagery of the black male to the next generation of black men. And so working together to do that.
Oh, well, that's a great statement. And that's the mission. You just stated it over and over again, the why and the vision and what you're doing. I want to take you back a little bit. Take you back because you told a great story. And I know you got some other great stories, some great moments. We even talked like, hey, what else is I thought this was the first year that Broward had come together, you know, and I know Broward Day's been together, but then Palm Beach in the same room was like, oh, no. We had some other events that they all did come together. Talk about some of your favorite moments.
Well, the other time that we actually brought everyone together, it wasn't by choice. It was because of what was going on. And you bring up a very valuable point. There were times, especially during COVID, that I had the opportunity, you say, you know what, we'll skip this year. But because of my mission and my why, I felt it was so important to be consistent. And so I did whatever I needed to by any means possible to make sure that we can say that for the last consecutive 10 years, we have put out a publication in Palm Beach and 5 years in Broward. So during the peak of the COVID, everybody was afraid. People were like, nobody's going to come out to no event. So we used the park here, John Prince Park, right here in Lake Worth. And I combined the events where we had a drive-up, like a drive-up movie. I had the guy who actually does the screens for Jazz in the Gardens bring those 2 big screens. We had a stage, and they tune into a radio station. So I had a little section set up. When they would drive up, they would get their publication. Palm Beach would get Palm Beach, Broward would get Broward. If they wanted to get an extra one, they would pay for it. But whatever county they were representing, I had a nicely box of couture box of hors d'oeuvres. I gave out and something to drink, water or juice or soda. And we told them what station. We gave them the information on the station. The sponsors were advertised on the screen. We had a screen slideshow so that the sponsors' logos were on the screen. We had a couple of sponsors that came in person that spoke on the mic. And we honored the guys right there in the park, live and living colors. I actually
Ready to elevate your brand with 5-star impact? Welcome to the Funnel Brand Podcast, your gateway to exceptional personal growth and innovative business strategies. Join me as I unveil the insider strategies of industry pioneers and branding experts. Discover how to supercharge your business development, harness the power of AI for growth, and sculpt a personal brand that stands out in the crowd. Transform ambition into achievement. Explore more at firestarbdm.com for a wealth of resources. Ignite your journey with our Brave Brand Blueprint and begin crafting your standout 5-star future today.
It was during the day, and I remember one of the guys, the recipients at that time, Jerome Hutchinson from Acaba.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm impressed with the quality, because it was during the day. You never know how those screens are going to act.
Sure.
But you pay for what you get. It needed to be clear as much money as those screens cost.
Yeah.
He was like, the brilliance of the screens and the quality and how clear it was. So we made it happen. And they came together for that event in 2021.
That's a wonderful event. And I know Jerome really, we call him Hutch. That's
Hutch,
Hutch. I work with Hutch a lot, and I am impressed. I was wondering why he went to West Palm Beach so often. Now I know why. No, it has been wonderful. You've had your influence in the community stands out. It stands out. And I have been a witness already to some of the pageantry, I'll even call it that I can see how this is going to look. I want you to explain to the audience when you're having what's going to happen here in Boca. I know it's going to be in Boca West, and the audience and how I think there's like 300-400 people are going to be there. Give us an understanding of what this is going to look like.
So I start, and you said, let's do the background. And I start by making sure our recipients understand how special they are. Now, some of you guys have professional photos, but I want the photos to look the same. That's part of the ambiance of the book, making sure it's top notch, right? That you got the same photographer. All the pictures look the same. So we start with giving you guys a one-on-one photography session. And then we do the cover where you get to meet some of the other guys if you don't happen to pass one another in your one-on-one session. So now you guys are starting to know each other. You've seen each other on paper, on the flyer, but now you're shaking hands. You may have made some connections. You may have met for lunch. I've had some of the guys up here in Palm Beach that met on last Friday. They've already met for lunch. They're from the same country, whatever it may be. So we do that, and we make you guys feel real good before the event. So at the event, it's a networking event. It's a networking reception. So when we get there, the first part of the event, we'll have stations. We're going to have a pasta station. We're going to have a turkey. I think it's lamb, too. We got some good food we're going to have there. Yeah. So we'll have these different stations. People will still be networking. They'll find their tables. We got a DJ. So this is the whole ambiance. The first part of the event, you'll be networking, shaking hands, kissing babies, as I say, with your people you haven't seen, your constituents. People will be flipping through the magazine. Look, you guys love yourself more than we love ourselves. They'll be flipping. I put out the posters from all the years. So previous recipients, they're over there taking pictures with their poster, especially if they want the cover. You guys will have a poster with the cover on it. That'll be actually the first time you see the cover. So you're normally really excited about that. They're taking pictures by the poster. And then we'll start the program. The program, I try to keep these things lean and mean because, Grant, you know, we go to a lot of these things. And I like to value people's time because it's the one thing you can never go back and get is time. So we have this part, we do the networking part. We start the program where we hear from the sponsors or whoever we may have on program. I'm going to do like a roll call with the previous years. It's a reunion. We're celebrating a reunion. We'll have them stand up or come up to the front of the stage. I played some theme music. We make it fun and interactive. Here I go, boom, 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 whatever it may be. And maybe that, it may be some, just different theme music. It's a lot of fun. And then I have to put the previous recipients off the stage and tell them, this is not your day, okay? I had to do that last year. Now go back to your seats. This is not your day. You already had your day. So we just have a lot of fun. And then we'll start. We have each recipient will come up on stage. We give you an award. I have a photographer with the for photo ops for each recipient. You come up, and then after each one in your group, I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do Broward or Palm Beach first. It doesn't matter because it's gonna be moving anyway, based on what we got going on in the program. At the end, you guys take a group picture with your awards. We're gonna do that twice, so I have to really manage my time. After we do that, I have door prizes. If anyone wants to donate door prizes, the Kravis Center here at the Performing Arts normally give me great shows. We give out door prizes, and I tell everybody, see you next year. Thank you for your support. It's just a fun, good time. It's a fun time with a purpose, and people leave out of there with a lot of contacts and new relationships.
I can understand that, and I've seen that. I feel the momentum going in. That's why I wanted to make sure you got on our show, because we have a great following, especially in the South Florida area, but it's also worldwide. And we want to see if you might be able to take this show on the road.
Well, I do have
what
plans.
You put together, we put you out there. I can see Tampa, maybe Orlando. What are your plans for growth?
Well, while saying that, we do need corporate support. So we are still asking for support for corporate sponsors. Again, this is covering the Tri-County, South Florida area. You're talking about from Palm Beach South, Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. So if you want to get in front of this audience, before I go on to let you know our future plans, please reach out, because not only is it going to be a printed publication, it's a digital version as well. We've worked something out where the Urban League of Palm Beach is going to actually host it on their site. So with all of them, we're reaching out to some other community partners to actually place this publication link on their homepage. We want to draw more attention to the positive images and what people are doing right here in our local community. So my mission this year is to really get it really out on a lot of different platforms digitally. We have the hard copy just for a keepsake, but just making this thing go global digitally to show these people that are doing some powerful things here in South Florida. Now, I do have plans to go to Dallas, Texas. The cities are already picked out. After that, New Jersey. After that, come back through Atlanta. Why I'm doing those cities? They were just given to me when I wrote out my vision and everything. Those are the plans. I would like to do Dallas at least even 2025. So I had planned on being in Dallas by this year, but again, some things set back, and a lot of things push things back. And so now our goal is to be in Dallas, Texas, 2025, 2026 at the latest.
We want to help you. And I like that call to action. We've got to get our communities involved.
Yes.
And that means our corporate sponsors, our corporate community, our government, different entities that are here. And because I've noticed, and I'm very proud of my class of people that are joining me here in Bronco. I saw a lot of them just yesterday. And I'm like, we talked about the mayor of Miramar. We've got some commissioners. We've got city of Miami Gardens representing. I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay. And then we have Grant McGaw. And I am very, very honored to be a part of this, and that I've been recognized in the community for the work that we're doing, especially with Follow the Brand, and that we've gotten some recognition. We're now we got recognized in 2023 as the top personal brand podcast in the world, top 10.
Awesome.
Which was wonderful.
Congratulations.
And that's because people like yourself are doing things in the community with visibility, with meaning, with a story that resonates with people. And they like, wow, okay, this is what I've been talking. I've seen so many people. I've never had this happen before. But this year, I've had several people that I don't even know say, Grant, I don't see this anywhere, this type of content. Kind of content. I tune into you before I go turn on just regular television or anything like that. It's because you're giving me the content I want to know about. I want to know what's happening in my community and what's going on and what's important and what I can do to get better. So there's a lot of empowerment here. So I love Project 12. And you just told us, how that came about, the vision that came to you and how you're living your life. There's another thing that you stated to me. I think it's important to understand, because I already know my ladies are out there saying, well, where's our calendar?
I hear it all the time. But one thing you'll know, and you may have observed that about me already, Grant, the few times you've been around, I have to stay focused. This is not an easy task. It's not easy, but it's necessary. And so I know what the vision is. I know my instructions. And that's why every year I stretch myself even further, even to different venues. I left my corporate job in March of last year. I was doing all of this, working a full-time jobs in sales, having to maintain numbers. And I'm looking at myself now like, how did I do that? It was my why and it was necessary. I was burning both ends of the candle because it still needed to be done. And so I'm finding myself, I do it full time now, and it's like, you got to keep grinding, because it's necessary. It has to happen. And so when you know that this is your calling and this is your assignment, you just do what you got to do. And I can't be deviated by my beautiful sisters who want to be Mr. December or Mrs. December or Miss. They're like, girl, I want to be, and I'm in a sorority. Sorry, I want to be Miss Jane. Well, I'm sorry. I got to stick with the plan at hand. And when you stick with the plan at hand, you can go back to the source, which God gave me this plan, and he always makes it happen. Always. So the 12 also, and I'll mention this at the event, Jesus had 12 disciples. I know different people, and I'm not trying to get religious on people or anything, but this is how this was formulated. And they were from all walks of life. They were carpenters, tax collectors, and that's why he said 12. But there's another important reason why 12. 12 represents government and structure. 12 is the numerical system that we use on day to day. There's 12 hours in a day. There's 12 months in a year. So there's a whole background why it's called Project 12. And our men being the backbone of Project 12, government and structure.
You have said that. I want people to understand this is not an event. This is a movement.
Yeah.
You have a movement and you are inspired. You are inspired, and you definitely have inspired me. And I want to inspire the entire community. I can't wait for this to go on the show on the road out there in Dallas, coming all the way back around to the ATL, right? I can already hear, like, I'm going to be in that first calendar. I already know it. I already get my nominations going. And so this has been wonderful. I want you to tell the audience Give us some logistics. Tell us when. We need to know where. We need to know how to get, what can I get a ticket? Give me a website. What do we do?
We need your support. We need more cheerleaders in the audience. So you can reach us at sheholdingsllc.com. And when you go on that homepage, it'll show you actually a video of our previous events that we've had, a couple of them, not all of them on there, but a couple of them. And then you can go, it'll show you where you can purchase tickets. You can email me if you're interested in being a sponsor. Grant, we forgot to mention this is on the brisk of Black History Month.
That's right.
So you have those companies and corporations that say, we acknowledge Black History Month. We want to support you. This is a great opportunity for you to do that. Whether you want to support us with an advertisement, or you want to support us by coming to the event, we will appreciate it, because the event is actually February 3rd, which is kicking off Black History Month. But you can reach us at sheholdingsllc.com, which is our website, or you can reach me at 561-632-6051. I'm on LinkedIn as Shenetria Moore. I'm on Facebook as Shenetria Moore. And, just reach out. We're just excited, and we thank you in advance for any support that you may have. We do scholarships if you want to donate to our scholarship fund. If you say, Shenetria, our company wants to give out scholarships. I've had people, I have a lady who donates to the scholarship fund in order of her mother who's passed. Mm-hmm. And so she donates $1,000 a year to go towards her mother, in honor of her mother, towards scholarship. So we can customize it to work, to meet the needs of your specific needs.
And again, this is going to be this year. It'll be Boca Raton to Boca West.
Boca West Country, beautiful. It's gorgeous. I don't know if you've ever been there, Grant.
I have.
Gorgeous. Oh, so you've been there.
Yeah.
Boca West Country Club. We'll be there at 11:30. I got another little surprise. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to see it when you get there. Okay. So at the Boca West Country Club, they're a beautiful facility, great hostess. Reach out if you have an event and tell them Shenetria sent you from Project 12. So it's going to be at the Boca West Country Club at 11:30 on Saturday, February the 3rd, kicking off Black History Month. Your history, our history.
That you said it. That's a close. That's a mic drop moment right there, right? We're kicking off Black History Month with Project 12. We are going to do it right. It's going to be wonderful. I got my table. I got my people already coming out, man. We got our. This is the first of many opportunities for us to actually come together as a community. No matter where you are at and what you are doing, you have an opportunity to grow and to prosper. And that's what I want to see us do here. And I want to invite your entire audience. They can tune into all the episodes on Follow the Brand at 5-Star BDM. That's B for Brand, D for Development, Infomasters.com. You're going to find 130 other individuals that have told their story in many, many different areas, whether it's technology innovation, whether it's career and business development, if it's financial empowerment, it's about executive presence and brand mastery. All these things are there for you. We have built a knowledge share for our people to tune in for the same exact reason why you're doing Project 12. We need to elevate and educate our community on the things that we're doing. And this is wonderful. Yes. So I will see you soon.
Absolutely. And thank you again for the opportunity. I don't take it lightly when people offer me an opportunity to speak on their platform. You paid a price for your audience and to build your brand and your platform. And I understand that, being a brand builder myself. So I don't take it lightly. I appreciate this opportunity. I look forward to us having a phenomenal, I don't want to say it's a party, but networking with a plan and having a good time, honoring people, appreciating people, and developing relationships along the way. So thank you again.
All right. Thank you very much. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Follow Brand Podcast. Big thanks to Full Effect Productions for their incredible support on each and every episode. Now the journey continues on our YouTube channel, Follow Brand TV series. Dive into exclusive interviews, extended content, and bonus insights that will fuel your success. Subscribe now and be a part of our growing community, sharing and learning together. Explore, engage, and elevate at Follow Brand TV series on YouTube. Stay connected, stay inspired. Till next time, we will continue building a 5-star brand that you can follow.